Hello everyone, welcome back. So today we're going to be playing Spirit Blossom Mastery and we'll be facing off against the Baron Adventure from the Teamfight Adventures campaign. Honestly, I'm not sure if this is going to go well. Baron is going to ramp up in damage quite quickly, so I'm hoping I can just spam a bunch of practice makes perfect to grow my units by a whole bunch, and then I'll just make use of our powers to try and keep some sort of control of the board with the animation of the spells. And yeah, I'm not sure if this is going to go well, but I have secret technique to get more value from our buffs, Chem Tech Duplicator, so that on the turn where we play the Spirit Blossom Mastery we can get some spell doubling, and Z-Drive Prototype, because I feel like I'll definitely need some rerolls to get good stuff, or at least stuff that's good enough to get us to the end. Pair of 4, Spill for Vampiric Vitality. None of these are good. In fact, I'm pretty sure Vampiric Vitality is actually a detriment in champions with high amount of health. Preparation, BRB, Titanic Titan. Can we afford to skip the first turn in this deck? I think we can, just because we can mulligan aggressively for Petals of Fate, and then we can go Petals of Fate, target Petals of Fate, the follower we get from the Summoning Beacon with a spell, and that generates enough blockers to not take too much damage on the second turn. And BRB, giving everything an epic item, I think we'll definitely need that against the Elder Dragon. Or not Elder Dragon, against Baron. Against Elder Dragon too, I guess. Elder Dragon is kind of a tough fight too. I'll keep the Petals of Fate and the Fallen Student. Ideally I would get another spell to go alongside the Petals of Fate, but we didn't. So I just have to hope that the opponent gives me an opportunity to place something and then passes priority. Interesting. I can actually go Petals of Fate and I'll still have enough mana for the Hextech Fabricator or the Practice Makes Perfect, right? We play 3, we go down to 2, we get 1 mana from our power. Yep, we get 1 mana from our power, so we'll still have enough mana for that. So yeah, let's go for Petals of Fate for the highest cost. This would generate 2 blockers. Can either go for the Practice Makes Perfect, or I can go Spirit Aspirant, Ghost. I'll just run out the Fallen Student. If we can get it to die, we start, or we get a Grief's Lesson.
As fate wills.
This is a bit unfortunate, the fact that he stunned the Fallen Student. I intended to use it to block. It's fine. We still have a decent turn here. We can go Serene Spirit Ghost. We'll refill our spell mana. I think we'll go double Spirit Aspirant. And then we'll Go for a practice makes perfect. Probably on the Spirit Aspirant. It has double attack, so it's going to get some nice use out of the extra stats. We'll pull here. Do I want to chip away at the opponent's health? I can actually go for a rally here. Except rallying right now is not really that relevant. So I think I'll pass on the rally. Let's just attack like this. Use the Fallen Student next turn. After we play the Prodigy Shade for another practice makes perfect. The opponent then proceeds to kill one of my units. Yep. He kills the Fallen Student, which gives us a rally. Let's buff up this one. And then we'll block here, we'll block here. We lose 2 of our units, we take 8, but it's fine because we just kill the opponent. Before elusive double attackers. Yeah, this is what's supposed to happen. Eventually, our buffs just grow to such a massive amount that the Baron will start taking upwards of 100 damage per turn. Or at least that's what I hope will happen. None of this is good. Sunblessed Vigor. For each allied target, summon a 1/1 ephemeral unit. Copy me onto them. I guess just because it generates a bunch of jump blockers. And that's good for us. Nami Twisted Fate Lulu. Nami cares about spellcasting. Do we need the extra value and card draw off of the Twisted Fate? I don't think so. Luluin. Transform a follower into a 1/1 squirrel and silence it this round. That's the effect of the champion spell. Can the Baron be transformed? I think Baron can be transformed. It says nothing on its text about being transformed into a different unit. The problem is, if we transform Baron, we'll just be once again chipping away at a 900 health nexus. Lulu probably gives me the win, but I don't feel like spending another almost 7 minutes of my life just attacking into a massive health nexus, so let's reroll. Hopefully we get something better here. Victor. I'll take Victor. We have... we don't generate a lot of spells, but... or created cards. But I suppose Victor is decent enough just because it has the potential of getting lifesteal. And that gives us some extra longevity. Champion item chest or the rekindler. Let's get another revive. Give ourselves a little bit of a buffer. No, I want spells in our opening hand. That's slightly better. The opponent doesn't, or the Unscarred River isn't really that threatening of an encounter. Most of his units are 0 attack or low attack. This is fine. Let's drop down the fallen student. I'll just go ahead and buff it up now. Generate a blocker for both the opponent's units, minimize the amount of damage I take here. We waste the rally off of the fallen student, but it's alright. Calculated creations, brainworm. You know what? Sure. It gives us a decent turn. We get 2 armed gearheads. This way we can go for a bunch of attackers this turn. We'll just chip away at the opponent's health bar slowly. Next turn I'll play the Prodigy's Shade.
We feast tonight, Bard.
We'll follow it up next turn. I was about to say we'll follow it up afterwards with Fallen Student, but the opponent just decided to attack us. I'll get another blocker. We'll get some more blockers even. And we are discarding the opponent's hand, so he just gets nothing. 11 damage. We can heal ourselves a little bit with the what's it called? Practice makes perfect. Yeah, we can heal ourselves with that, so I'm not too worried. I'll play the Victor, sure. We'll level him up. We'll start getting some discounts going. I might just kill the opponent this turn. I can go for a practice makes perfect. This thing has scout and double attack, so it just deals 30 damage with each attack, yep. And the opponent can't do anything. That was a quick victory. I did trade a bunch of health for the victory though. It's fine. We have 18 regeneration, so you can afford to play a little bit loosely with our health. Create copies of the chosen card in deck. If only it was in hand. I would pick it just so I get more copies off of the practice makes perfect. Instead I have to reroll here. Nah. Nope. Sneaky trap. Recall an ally to summon a hungry owl cat in its place. I'll take the Guiding Touch just because its cycle doesn't clutter up my deck too much. It's kind of impressive how fast we got through all of our rerolls. I was hoping after using that many rerolls I would get some better choices. Or I would be offered better choices, I should say. But I didn't. This deck feels rather underpowered. Let's go Spirit Aspirant. I need something to target with my ghost. He passes priority back. Well, in that case, I'll get an additional blocker in the form of the Armed Gearhead. And let's go for a Sunblessed Vigor. Because this way we get even more blockers, and we buff the Spiritus Baron itself out of the range of the opponent's units. The Prodigy Shade has Sunblessed Vigor in it, and that's about it. I don't think we want to double up on the Sunblessed Vigor. We could do better. I could go Guiding Touch to cycle. I think that's fine. Oh, I was hoping for an additional Guiding Touch. I'll take the Fallen Student though. There goes my board. 6th wall. Yeah, I have to let it go through. Well, the one drop we got is not really that bad. I'll use the Yoink. Scout out the opponent's hand. Let's remove the guy that can give his units overwhelm. We don't have a practice makes perfect, but I guess I can double up on Grief's Lesson using the Prodigy's Shade. And I think we need the card draw, so let's go double Petals of Fate. Get 1 drops to jump block the opponent's units. No attacks, really? He had a bunch of overwhelmers. He could have gone for a couple of attacks. Maybe he would have been able to close out the game. Let's go Armed Gearhead, draw 2. See what we get. I definitely need more buffs. The buffs are what's going to get us the victory. We now have a bunch of 0 attack units on board. That's not too good at all. Calculated creations. I'll do it just to empty the opponent's hand. Yeah, there's just nothing I can do this turn. I have no buffs in hand, unfortunately. There we go, there's a practice makes perfect. Took you long enough. I suppose I'll use it here. Let's pass the turn. Now he's attacking with his overwhelmers. About time he did that. Do I get the rally off? Not if I don't block with the Saga Seeker.
Are you the one?
I want the rally this turn. With the extra buffs there, we finally have enough to close out the game, I think. Let's drop down another Prodigy's Shade too. We'll copy a Grief's Lesson onto it, so we get more stats. We can attack like this, get the scout off, and then we'll attack again. And it's game over. That was a little bit rougher. To be fair, we didn't get any buffs until the very end, so that's why. Akali Barkeep, Dark Ball Backlight. Man, I'm being offered just garbage. Item chest, Monastery of Irana. I want to cut my deck. Let's remove some clutter. Except I like all of these. I like all of those too. I don't want to spend all of my rerolls. I already spent one there. We'll just do it at the healer. We'll remove the Bakali Barkeep. It's just not good enough. 4 mana for a 3/5. That gives us a random card. Well, to compensate now we get all of the buffs in hand. I much prefer it this way, honestly. We'll be able to go Battles of Fate for 3 next turn. Follow it up with a Practice Makes Perfect. We are going to get a decent amount of blockers. And we'll start overwhelming the opponent's units. Battles of Fate has next tech Fabricator on it. I kind of don't want to waste it, but I think I have to. I'll do it. It wastes the X-Tech Fabricator 3, but it keeps enough mana open for me to follow it up with a Practice Makes Perfect, and we even got lucky and got a Emerald Awakener with a decent item on it. We can probably protect it here. And we heal back most of the health we lost here. 22, 21. Yeah, we always take 15. It's fine though.
I look after my own.
Next turn we'll follow it up with the Prodigy's Shade. We got another Practice Makes Perfect. Ooh, that's a problem. He can level up the Elder Dragon. Am I just going to die because the opponent levels up the Elder Dragon? Probably. Probably. Maybe if I develop a board that's scary enough, he refrains from attacking. He probably won't though. He'll probably attack anyway. I healed a bunch, but it's not enough. Yep.
I suppose you've never thought to ask them nicely.
54 damage coming my way. Block here, block here, block there. Well, we survived somehow. Mostly because none of the opponent's units have overwhelm. 7 Grief's Lesson. 15 Grief's Lesson. Is that enough for us to go under the opponent with a elusive unit? Maybe. It depends a little bit on what the opponent has, so I'll give him priority. Just to see if he does anything. Okay, he's doing that. I'll do this in response. Just buff up my double attacker with elusive. Oh, if he had done that last turn, I would have died. Well, we're dealing 37 twice. It's more than enough to close out the game. I got incredibly lucky right there at the end. About the buffs, the opponent would have just killed me the following turn. And because the opponent decided he really wanted to pull a unit with the Elder Dragon. If he hadn't done that, I would have died as well. Add a random common item to a card in hand, up to 3 per card. Or Titanic Titan. Titanic Titan is very good. I'll take the Titanic Titan. Then we have Frostcoat Cub or Ocean Drake. After the Ocean Drake is a spells chest. But it's an Ocean Drake, and Ocean Drake is an incredibly hard fight. One I don't want to deal with. I'll toss the Victor and the calculated creations, sure. And an ally against stats from... No, that's not it. When you play a spell targeting only allies, animate it. So theoretically I can animate the Guiding Touch, right? If I target my own units with it. The thing is, I don't really want to target my own units with a Guiding Touch. That's a very massive board. The opponent just got on the first turn. I didn't expect that at all. Let's try and animate the Guiding Touch for the sake of card draw. And we're starting to burn cards. But this is fine. We managed to mitigate the damage from the opponent by a bunch. And as long as we're not burning Practice Makes Perfect or any spell like that, we should be on our way to victory. Let's play an Armed Gearhead. Go ahead and Practice Makes Perfect it. We'll attack like this. We deal 19. Next turn I have to generate a bunch of blockers again. But as long as the opponent's units don't get overwhelmed, I'll be fine. I can even do this. Practice Makes Perfect yet again. Keep ramping up the amount of stats we get off of that spell. Let's block here, we'll block there. We'll give this unit a little bit of resilience, so it survives that attack. Because I feel like this unit with double attack is going to be what gives us the victory. Unfortunately, we waste a rally effect. 2 rally effects, in fact. Victor's leveled up. Mastery is leveled up. I could use a buff spell for my units. I'll play the Victor. We have some created cards in hand. The Guiding Touches. This allows us to play them a little bit more flexibly. Let's do this, draw a bunch of cards. That's what I wanted. Kill ourselves. I'll play the fallen student. I'll attack with the fallen student. No, I'll save it for the next turn. Next turn we'll block with the Serene Spirit and the fallen student. We'll get an additional spell in the form of the Grief's Lesson, and we'll use the Grief's Lesson combined with the Ghost in order to close out the game and win against the opponent that way. We'll do that there. The main problem is now the opponent has an overwhelm unit. And I can't exactly block that one. So maybe I can heal myself out of range. No, but I can practice makes perfect myself out of range. Perfect. Or as close to perfect as possible. We'll get to attack twice with the Prodigy's Shade. Unfortunately the opponent frostbit it, otherwise I'm pretty sure this would have been lethal this turn. Now the elusive's gone. But hey, I can go for mastery. That's something. Or I can go for another Prodigy's Shade. Yeah, I'll do it. Prodigy's Shade will practice makes perfect it. Ooh, we drew a ghost. That's kind of what we needed to close out the game. Except my units went ahead and got the Ninja Tabi off of the epic item from the practice makes perfect. So it ended up being redundant. Fallen student with excavator's shard, sure. Just so we get more fallen students. More fallen students, more Grief's Lessons. Select a card in your deck, add an item to it, put an extra copy in your deck. I guess we're giving the Dragon's Claw to the Shade's Prodigy. The Prodigy's Shade. Got it backwards. Flame Spitter is interesting. Thrice Bound. We'll pull out a Trusty Adnery. Do I care about the Trusty Adnery? Not really. I'll get the Summoning Beacon on the Calculated Creations though. Oh, after Portia we have an Epic Shop, but I don't want to deal with Portia. I think I'll just use reroll here. Ooh, hold it. That's perfect. That will help stall out the games as we wait for our buffs to get going. I'll keep the Armed Gearhead, sure. We can go Armed Gearhead, practice makes perfect the turn after this one. And we'll definitely need it, because if the opponent decides to, yep, do that, we'll have to deal with a 12-17 Overwhelmer. Alright, we now stun the opponent's units. Still doesn't change the fact that the opponent got an additional one. Let's practice makes perfect this one. It will die. It won't die. That's surprising. I guess it's because the practice makes perfect got tripled instead of just doubled.
Don't mind if I do.
Let's discard some cards from the opponent's hand. Give ourselves a little bit of extra room. I can Prodigy's Shade here. Or I can Petals of Fate, give the Arm Gearhead an additional item. I'll Petals of Fate. We'll remove that unit. The opponent will probably play Inquisitor here. No Inquisitor. That's interesting. I figured he would play the Inquisitor as soon as possible. But maybe not. Let's see if the opponent's interested in giving me a rally effect. Yes. Well, I'll just drop down the Prodigy's Shade. Play 2 Practice Makes Perfect on it. Let's attack for 12. The next turn I'll follow it up with Spirit Aspirant, definitely. Obliterate all landmarks. Really? I figured you'd use that to kill my Spirit Aspirant, but I guess not. Let's drop down another Armed Gearhead. We'll give this Armed Gearhead elusive. Let's do Grift Lesson on this Armed Gearhead. Let's give this Armed Gearhead Overwhelm. And the opponent had a Frostbite. Well, at least I can use the buffs on that unit. Actually, let's maximize the amount of damage I deal. We'll attack first with the Scout. Then we'll attack with everything else. And we deal exact, or not exact, we deal 2 damage, more than necessary to close out the game. It would have been annoying if I didn't close out the game there, because I had no decent follow-up on that turn. X-Tech Fabricator on the Practice Makes Perfect, definitely. Just makes the card even better. Select a card in your deck, add an item to it, put an extra copy in your deck. I guess we'll take more Practice Makes Perfect. Just because the Thief's Gloves on the Petals of Fate is not really that appealing. And I'll cut the Trusty Adnery, right? Do I need the Trusty Adnery? I haven't played it a single time, so let's hope it's a no. The thing is, against Baron Nashor, I'm pretty sure I lose my board every turn, so I need to play at least 1 unit per turn in order for me to have at least something that I can use my buffs on to animate the spells. Well, at least for now, at the beginning, I won't have to worry about a lot of what the opponent's doing.
I told you to leave and leave all these wasters to you.
What should I do? I'll go Arm Gearhead, Sunblessed Vigor. It will probably be good enough. We don't really get enough blockers for the elusives, but we can at least block everything. I can go for a practice mix, perfect here. To buff the armed gear head even further. I do have a bunch of armed gear heads in hand. I guess I'll do it. Let's change this up. Block like this. Well, now my Bloodmaster's Phantoms have
Don't mind if I do.
elusive.
See? This is progress. Now I pack a punch. Upgrade. Nice.
I'm going to lose my entire board here.
Me?
That's not that great.
Don't mind if I do. Upgrade.
And we're rolling as well. That's a waste. We're getting there though, in terms of damage to the Baron. He's already at 299 health. I think we'll do Prodigy's Shade. Practice makes perfect. Get a bunch of items on it. That's fine. I'll play a armed gear head.
Oh, I got a new one.
And my objective this turn is just going to be try and control the opponent's board.
Now I pack
The armed gear head is going to
upgrade.
give us a rally. We'll kill that. Let's kill another threatening unit by doing this. We can yoink something from the opponent. I'll do the Dawning Shadow.
I pack a punch.
That's another way to control. We can kill this one, but that will result in the Prodigy's Shade dying. So I'll kill this one.
See? This is progress. Upgrade. Nice.
We lose all our armed gear heads and we waste rallies, but it's fine. Next turn we'll just trade that armed gear head in, get another rally off. We'll wait a while on the Dawning Shadow in order for it to go ahead and get to a mana value where I'm comfortable playing it. That's a problem. Now Baron has Overwhelm. No attacks, really. That's unfortunate. Because I figured the opponent was going to attack, so I'd be able to get 2 rallies off with the units I had on board. But it just chose not to attack at all. That completely messes up my plans. Let's destroy that one because it has Overwhelm. That's a problem. Prodigy's Shade, save me please. It can trade into that. And the opponent's unit doesn't have Overwhelm at least. Let's do this. Keep clearing the opponent's board to the best of our ability. And now the opponent doesn't have anything on board but Baron Nashor. I'd say we're on track to win. But we lost our entire board. At least we get a bunch of draws off of the Prodigy's Shade. We're almost at the point where you can drop on Mastery.
End of the frickin' world.
That's nice.
Go.
Let's drop the Iron Gear heads. If the opponent wants to attack, he will end up giving us a rally off of those. And I'll hold on playing anything else. Really? That's a very poor decision for you. Can just do this and this. Let's summon some large units off of the Grief's Lesson.
Don't mind if I do.
See? This is progress.
It's fine. I'll go ahead and do this. And excess damage doesn't really matter. But it makes me feel a bit better about myself. Also, let's hold that back so it can strike the Baron.
Now I pack a punch.
See? This is progress.
We lost our whole board again. But the opponent's Baron is only at 100 health now. Ooh, and we can go for Mastery. Except Mastery will only deal damage to the opponent's Nexus, not to the Baron. That's the problem, isn't it? Actually, Mastery is a detriment here, because since I picked up the Iceborne Gauntlet on it, it will capture the Baron and just remove our win condition from the game. Okay, so we can't play Mastery. Let's Guiding Touch. Wish for some more cards. Okay, this is what I wanted. Set up on the Fallen Student. Let's go ahead and just cast that. We'll do this. We get the rally off. And we get another Grief's Lesson that we can use here to buff up the Prodigy's Shade by a whole bunch, and now we kill the Baron and win the game. Ooh. Okay, that was interesting. The beginning of the fight was intense, but it kind of just fizzled out at the end. The opponent even started to refuse to play cards at all. I suppose he saw the writing on the wall with how large my units were getting. It was an enjoyable run nonetheless. So yeah, that will be it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Till then.